Love. Hey, love. Love. Hey, love. Love.
Don Gotti did that.
What's going on, y'all? It's TwinnyF and I'm here with
Chelly The MC, Northeast baby.
Northeast baby, bitch, I swam too cold. I got 3 different numbers like an area code. I don't shop with these niggas cause they sellin' they soul. He say he ain't gon' switch up, but I swear he gon' fold. I'm a Northeast baby, bitch, I swam too cold. I got 3 different numbers like an area code. I don't shop with these niggas cause they sellin' they soul. He say he ain't gon' switch up, but I swear he gon' fold.
I'm a female rapper from the DMV. I want to say DC though, because that's just mainly where I be. I don't really be nowhere else. Northeast DC, to be exact. 21, just, you know, just out here just trying to come up, trying to make it like everybody else.
Yeah, I feel you. So, tell me, when did you start rapping?
I started rapping when I was like 15. I don't know what grade I was in, but I was like young. I first started writing like poetry. That's all I used to write when I used to be in school. Like when I was young as a child, like I was just real good writing poetry, like rhyming. Then just one day I went and just put it on a beat, and from there, you know, the poetry was already my passion. That's what I like to do. And I used to sing too. And then from then I just turned it into rap, and I took it serious ever since.
Yeah. Okay, so when did you feel like you got, you know, some type of notification or exposure when you were rapping? Like, what gave you this outburst?
I wrote this song called Set 'Em Up. I was in school. I remember I was in class, and I never used to pay attention in school. I was in Chavez, and I was sitting by the door. Like, I remember exactly how I was sitting and all that. I was with one of my friends, and I was listening to the beat. It was a YouTube beat and all that, and basically I just made up this whole story. And one of my friends was sitting in front of me. We was not paying attention in class whatsoever. Like, we sitting here, and I'm just asking him, like, every line I'm writing, I'm just asking him, like, how should the story go? Because the story was made up. Right. And it's called Set 'Em Up, and it's just about a nigga, I can't even remember, like a nigga was snitching or a nigga was stealing money. Basically, the nigga was a snake, and we was trying to set the nigga up. So throughout me writing a song, I gotta make stuff rhyme, and I gotta make sure what I'm rhyming makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So one of my friends sat there in front of me. Like, I remember he was just telling me, like, yeah, and then have him do this and do that, and I was just trying to figure out ways to write it. And I wrote that song in class. Like, I don't even remember what class I was in. Like, I ain't never paid attention in school.
Did you feel like, or did you know that song was gonna do what it did?
No, that was actually, it wasn't my first video shoot. I already shot a video before that, but that was like my first like real video shoot. And when I shot the video, I was so young, and I put it on YouTube. I don't know if people really liked it because I was just so young, and they was just like, how is this girl like telling this whole story? Like, it was a whole story, the whole song. And I think that's just what made it break through. I'm talking about everybody around my way. Then I used to be like Facebook famous, not Facebook famous, but I used to have like little Facebook clout or whatever, and I used to hang at the station, Minnesota station, all that. So people already knew who I was. So when I made the video around Paradise. They already knew I was from Mayfair. You know, Mayfair, Paradise, basically the same thing. And that's how it just took off. Back in the day, it took off, but right now, I mean, it got like 17,000 views. But for me to be that young, that's a lot. Right now, that's not a lot. Right. But back then, it was just like little clout. I don't know, that's what I feel like taking off was back then. But right now, 17,000 is not a lot, but that's what made like youngins and stuff notice me that I was rapping. Like, people in my area know I was rapping.
So you say around your way, Mayfair or Paradise, where you from?
I'm from Mayfair.
Do you claim the DMV?
No. People call me a DMV rapper. I respect it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say I'm a DMV rapper, but me, I just say, like, I tweeted one time and I was saying I'm only putting on for DC, and everybody was just like, respect and all that. And in a tweet I said, if you're not from DC, then you wouldn't understand. And I also said I fuck with Maryland. I fuck with Maryland, I fuck with Virginia. And mainly I know I got a lot of fans and supporters and stuff out in Maryland, but honestly, I just always say I'm putting on for DC because I lived in DC my whole life. I lived in Northeast my whole life. I lived in Ward 7 my whole life. My zip code has been 20019 like forever. Except for I moved around East Street, and I was living around there for a couple of years. So it's just me, because all the rappers that I watched and I grew up, like, I grew up watching Slutty Boys, you know what I'm saying? I grew up watching Light Show and all Dice Gang and stuff like that. I was so connected on DC rappers. I'm talking about I used to sit on my porch and watch these rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I looked up to my whole entire life. I never started paying attention to Merlin. I never got in the Merlin wave. All my life I've been a DC rapper, you know what I'm saying? But now I have the DMV's attention, you know what I'm saying? Now I have this DMV buzz. When I was young and I was writing Set 'em Up and all that, it was always just DC, and it was always Northeast DC, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know the streets on the south side. Like, that's what I'm saying, like in Northeast, like, and that's why I made my song Northeast Baby, like everything. Even when I wrote There She Go, like when I say, boy, I'm from Northeast, and when cause Northeast, I lived in Northeast my whole life. I can tell you where everything at in Northeast. Everybody I know is from Northeast. I don't know no Southeast niggas for real. I don't be in Southeast. I don't even know where nothing in Merlin is at, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I always caught the bus. I always chalked it out Minnesota Station when I was in school. I'm always on Minnesota, either it was Minnesota or over on the East Street end, and that's just why I say I'm a DC rapper. And DC, I just say, like throughout the DMV wave, DC started the rap. You know what I'm saying? Merlin, then, I mean, now PG is taking off. You know, shout out to PG, but when I was coming up, when I was 15 watching rappers, it was DC. It was Team Northeast. I'm talking about Slutty Boys, Uchi, all of them, P-Wild, all of them. It was Team Northeast. It was Light Show. It was, you know, like all the rappers. I'm talking about Trail. It was Team Northeast. Like, we started the rap stuff. And that's why I know, like, when the kids hear me say, like, oh, but I'm from DC. I mean, some people might take it the wrong way. Like, yeah, you want to call me a DMV rapper, then that's cool, but I'm from DC. You know what I'm saying? I'm from on DC, and that's what I'm standing for. That's it.
So you say that, you know, people and you claim and accept you being a DMV rapper. How is it everyday living, you know, as you've been an established DMV local rapper? Is it, you know what I'm saying, do you get chills because you never expect to be where you are now, you know what I'm saying, in the rap scene? How do you feel on an everyday basis?
It feels, sometimes it just be like shocking. Like, I be looking at my past, like when I first started rapping, when I was young, what I always wanted to be was like DC's biggest female rapper. And back then it wasn't no female rappers. I didn't know female rappers my age. I didn't know no older female rappers. I did know like Lola Monroe, but I never seen like no rappers. It was some girls rapping around my way, but I looked at it me because when I used to write, I knew that I always had, you know what I'm saying? I never doubted myself. I never felt like I was some shit. I never had to ask somebody, do you fuck with this? You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I was like that. Right. And not just trying to sound cocky, but that's all I used to do when I was young. I got books that I wrote. I'm talking about stories, like not raps. I have composition books in my house right now under my bed of stories I done wrote. I've been in writing classes. I can write a poem, whatever. I don't know how it came, and it's just I always had a story to tell. I can turn anything to a story, especially like my problems. So, but me, my always goal in life was, even when I was young, like I wanted to be recognized as this girl that could spit, and she's from DC, and I love DC so much that I always just wanted to be recognized. I wanted to hop on everybody's songs. I wanted to be that girl that just did all features. That's what I wanted to do. I never wanted to drop my own songs for her. I just wanted to get on other people's songs and just fuck it up so people would be like, who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I wanted to do when I was young. That's what my vision was in my head. That was my goal. Like, I want to be on everybody's songs and everybody's videos, but I don't want to have my own stuff. Yeah. But people wasn't fucking with me. Ain't nobody believe in me, so nobody wanted me on their stuff. So then I had to sit down and get on my shit, write my own stuff. People still wasn't fucking with me when I started dropping my own music. Yeah. Until I started doing stuff on, I mean, I used to drop like singing songs on Facebook and stuff. You know, it's a little bit cool because you got your friends and stuff to support you when you're young. But as I started getting older, when I started dropping music, nobody was fucking with me. I'm talking about none of the DC rappers, none of that. I can be truthful, I can keep 100 with you. They fucking with me now. But when I was young, they knew me. You know what I'm saying? They still know me from my past when I was a little girl. These big rappers out here now, they didn't know me since I was like a youngin'. They can tell you right now, wasn't nobody fucking with me. And I just say, I'm not gonna say they wasn't fucking with me, but I ain't really have it how I got it now. You know what I'm saying? So back then, it used to be hard until I got like a Twitter. I started doing freestyle videos on Twitter. Just to, this is my boss. But I used to make songs about bitches. Yeah. Hard to say. That's how I really got my buzz, because I was going through a lot of shit in school, beefing with bitches, going back and forth with bitches. Even, it probably wasn't over niggas, but bitches just hate you because you fucking with a nigga, or simple shit that bitches go through, period. I don't mean to keep saying bitches, but that females go through, period. And I used to talk my shit. That's what I'm good at. When I was growing up, everybody say I got a smart mouth. Like, got a smart mouth. I come back like boom, boom, like, man, you shut the fuck up. So I use that in my music, and I talk a lot of slick shit in my music. Like, not slick shit, but my comebacks be like,
so you got,
bitch, you done.
You got fans anticipating, you know, asking questions, you know, targeting, you know, your tweets, you know, your quotes and shit. So
yeah, quotes,
tell us,
like,
you know,
relatable quotes and shit.
Tell the fans and myself, who is it, or do you beef with another female artist out here in the DMV?
I'm gonna say I don't beef with nobody because bitches is mad. Like, bitches is mad. I ain't really had like no serious altercation with bitches. I ran into a couple bitches. Either, I'm talking about a couple bullshit goes on. A lot of shit was to start with female rappers out here. I'm gonna say I don't fuck with none of them for real. I can't really name a female artist that I really fuck with, because I understand business is business, but people personalities come into business real fast, especially females. With us it's different because niggas can do they shit, talk, be cool, keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? Bitches get in their feelings, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if they get in their feelings because they feel like, oh, I'm just on my shit and I'm not worried about that. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why, but it's just a lot of female rappers getting their feelings. Bitches start copying me, and me, everything I go through I put in my music. People call it sneak dissing. That's why bitches don't like me. They say, oh, Chelly always sneak dissing, but I don't see it as sneak dissing. One, because you know I'm talking about you. Two, I'm talking real shit. I'm not making up this shit. If I say bitches is hating in my song, it's because bitches is hating in real life. You know what I'm saying? I talk about this shit. I'm talking about if I see a bitch copy my hair, no, that bitch wanna copy my hair. I'm saying that shit in my songs, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have nothing else to write about. I can't just sit and make up shit about having money, this and that, because at one point, at this point, you know what I'm saying, still I ain't got it. So I don't make a lot of songs about, oh, da-da-da. I be having times when I got money though, but I don't wanna be that rapper that just puts together this fake ass image, you know what I'm saying? So, and bitches just, they don't fuck with me. I'm trying to tell you, they fake fuck with me. Like, yeah, we can work, we need to do songs, da-da-da. As soon as they do the song, they get mad. I'm talking about people say my verse better than theirs, so they get mad at dumb shit like that. Or either I'm not promoting it as hard as they want me to because they want me to promote them, and just little female dumb shit. And a lot of shit with the females out here in the DMV, like, it just be a whole bunch of misunderstanding, you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of he say, she say, the misunderstanding because we don't understand each other because we females. And me, I personally don't even want to understand you. I'm not about to take the time to understand you. Like, bitch, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I am and that's how I carry it, and bitches just don't fuck with me. And they know I'm gonna keep it real. And I told you, I talk my shit in my music, so they just be like, oh yeah, she be sneak dissing, like, yeah, and you mad. Like,
tell me why you think, you know, it's so hard, or it takes a female artist to get on, you know, longer. It takes a female artist a little bit longer to get on than, you know, a male artist.
I honestly don't know, because that's the same thing like that I've been trying to figure out my whole life, trying to rap. Like, why people don't just pay attention to me. Like, I got it. I rap better than half these niggas. That's how I felt all my life. It's hard. I don't know why it's so hard. I don't know the answer to it, but I used to think the same thing, like, I'm not about to be out here showing my ass for no attention, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like you gotta it's hard for a girl to just put together an image it's hard for females to keep up with an image, period. You know what I'm saying? Nigga can just be a nigga. A female, you gotta come with that shit. You gotta have niggas can be some shit and still be on. With females, I mean, you can be some shit too, but you gotta deliver more than a nigga do. A nigga can just rap, you know what I'm saying? A nigga could be known. A nigga just had connections and all that. With a female, I feel like it was so hard for me because I didn't really know nobody. I'm not a friendly bitch. I don't like people for real. I don't like people like that. So I ain't really know a lot of people, so I had to create relationships throughout my rap career. And that's when I started getting to it, when I started creating relationships with people. Because at first I wasn't. And I was always like, I stick with who I know and just stick with who I know, but that wasn't getting me nowhere. So I had to create a lane. Then I had to make an image. Just the dreads, because I didn't have dreads all the time. When I got my dreads, people just knew, oh, that's the girl with the dreads. So people just always remember me.
Right.
And then you got to give people a reason to want to hear you again. So I feel like I already had the bars, you know what I'm saying? I already knew how to rap. It was just the image, like how am I going to focus on this image? But it's like the dreads did it. Then when I dyed them red, it was just like the girl with the red dreads. Then I had the red eyebrows with the red eyebrows with the green eyes. Like, then I had the green contacts. So it was more like in my Instagram pulling more people in because of my pictures. You know what I'm saying? Just taking good pictures. But half of them didn't even get out rap. Half of my followers, I got almost about to be at 50,000 followers now. And people don't, all them 50,000 followers don't care about my music. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? They just follow me to just watch pictures. So it's just hard because when it's a nigga, you just rapping, you can watch a nigga. When you watch a female, you gotta look at her body, you gotta look at her hair, you gotta, it's just, I don't know.
So everything gotta be perfect.
Yeah, everything gotta be perfect with a female.
Okay. Let's talk about this hit single that you have that everybody anticipating, everybody just asking about, everybody's been waiting for it, everybody's about to kill you over it, you know, Northeast Baby. Tell me a little bit about Northeast Baby. Where did this come from?
That's the crazy part. Alright, when I was writing the song, y'all, first of all, the song was not supposed to be about Northeast. The song was supposed to be about a nigga on my line, like get on my nerves type of shit, because normally when I write my raps, I come up with a line. It's like I come up with a metaphor, simile, whatever, I say simile, whatever the case it is, I come up with a line, I write it down on my notes. And that line was, I got 3 different numbers like an area code. So I was gonna base the song off of having 3 phones, you know what I'm saying? But when I wrote it, I'm like, area code, what rhymes with area code? And I'm like, area code, area code, area code, swam to code, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, okay, I said swam to code. Yeah. Mind you, I had there she go, and there she go, I said, boy, I'm from Northeast, and when I step out there, like, there she go. So I didn't want to say I'm a Northeast baby. I was just trying to think, like, in the first line, before I say I swam too cold, I gotta say something else about myself. So I'm like, what's something about myself that I want to say, and I ain't want to sound too cocky. Like, I can easily just, like, I'm the shit, and I swam too cold, you know? So I didn't know what to say. And then Northeast Baby came in my head. I don't know why, but I wasn't even gonna say Northeast Baby because I was just like, I already said Northeast before. Yeah. So I'm just like, when I'm going through stuff like that and I'm writing my music, I just be like, okay, I'm thinking too hard, just go ahead, just say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I think too hard about it, I'm gonna be right there forever writing it. So I kept that line. Then I came up with, after that, I don't shop with these niggas because they selling they soul. Say you ain't gonna switch it, but I swear you gonna fold. It was more to the hook than that. It was a long hook. But when I got to the studio and I recorded it, I'm like, okay, if I add this other stuff, it's not gonna sound right. I never wrote the verses. Never wrote the verses. So I came with the hook, took the hook home, listened to the verses or whatever. Came back, mind you, I recorded this song like 5 times. Went back, did the verse. I actually recorded the second verse the first time. Right. The second verse is supposed to be the first verse when I came in, and I come from the islands, bitch, I'm paradise stunting, and my youngest be wildin'. That part was gonna be the first verse. Yeah. I never wrote a second verse. I never wrote a second verse, y'all, believe me, because I was like, I'm starting to get a buzz right now. I don't want to make a neighborhood song. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to keep hearing the hood shit. Then I was saying my hood niggas' names in the songs, and I'm like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. Yeah, it was just too typical. That's what everybody's doing. Like, yeah, da da da. Like everybody's talking about their hood and they blocking shit. So then I was talking to my engineer, like, I don't think, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if the song going the right way. So he said, just take it home, come back again, wait till I'm feeling it again. That's what he used to always tell me, like, just come back, because I'm going to come back with a new mindset. Came back like 2 weeks later, I swear to God, I was going to put 2 other rappers on the song, 2 other Northeast rappers. But he was telling me, no, I feel like you need to come back and you need to do a second verse. He was like, I really like this song, you shouldn't be pushing another song with 2 other people on it. Right now is the time to have my own single. Right. I'm trying to tell you, I don't want to tell y'all the other 2 people I'm put on it, because I might still do a remix and put them on it. So yeah, so didn't put them on it, and I came back. I wrote the verse, the first verse, and I was before I even wrote it, I'm just like, y'all, I don't know what to say. Like, he was like, say some shit about Northeast, and I was gonna talk about the Pinnacles too, but I only said Perlite. So I'm like, I was gonna make a second verse about the Pinnacles and shit. I feel like I'm talking too much. I'm talking too long. But yeah, I'm writing a video. I mean, I'm thinking about the verse in my head before I write it, and I'm like, I'm like, it's nothing else to say about Northeast. Like, and I kept telling him that, like, it's nothing to say, and he like, just write it, because I was gonna start talking about all the hoods, just making like wordplay, like play around with like different hood names in Northeast. But he was like, you thinking too hard again. That's my problem, I be thinking too hard. So I'm just like, all right, fuck it, let me just write whatever comes to my head. I started thinking about, I said something about this my side of the jungle. Once I heard jungle, I thought of tunnel. Like, was tunnel. Come to Minnesota Station on my side of the tunnel. After that said, come to Minnesota Station on my side of the tunnel, everything just keyed into.
It just flowed.
Yeah, it just flew after that. It's like when I write my raps, once I get the first 2 lines done, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because I can always just piggyback off of every single line. That's how I write. I just piggyback off of every line. But it be so hard trying to write the first verse. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want. And then I said the same thing. I said I'm on Northeast. I said it in both verses. I didn't know what to write. I didn't know what to say about Northeast. But when I started writing it, after I said come to Minnesota Station on my side of the tunnel, it just started coming to me like, just say what the fuck is. After I said come to my tunnel, what else? And I said, I remember we was posted up outside of the 7. You ain't my nigga, I can't fuck with you because niggas be selling. Then after that, I was just piggybacking like, I swear niggas be telling. I can't buy what you selling. Just like, I wasn't even talking about no fees. I was just talking after that. And then once he heard that, he was like, no, this is about to be the first verse. Like, so he switched it around and made that the first verse. And then after that, we was done. Then I posted a little video on Snapchat. I'm talking about people like, what song is this? And I'm like, it surprised me because I didn't think people was gonna care, honestly. I just thought like, why the fuck is they gonna care about Northeast? You know what I'm saying? Then I didn't think I had as much Northeast people listening to my music, and they probably wasn't, but I feel like now Northeast is on my side. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had to do, but I honestly didn't think nobody was gonna care. I didn't even care about the song when I was writing it. I was just writing. And it took me like, honestly, like, I want to say like a whole month just to put that whole, not gonna say a whole month, probably like 3 weeks just to put the whole song together because I made the song in different days, like different pieces. And then, I don't know, it's just, people was just going crazy. The beat was good too, my producer put together a beat, so that just made it crank. I just feel like it's like some Chuck Brown, like dun dun dun, like shit like that. Then, I don't know. I really don't know. I was just like, God just saved me real quick because I feel like I was falling off. Like, I'm just like, damn, I don't got no hit songs. I ain't never hit 1 million views. That shit go start doing numbers. It's about to be at 100,000. But I was just still just wasn't satisfied with my career.
Yeah.
So
let me ask you a question that everybody probably wants to know.
Oh no.
When are you coming out with a mixtape?
I'm actually working on one now. A lot of stuff been going on. It's like, I never like had no team behind me and all that. I never, as a whole rapper, out of my whole rap career, I don't spend a lot of time in the studio. That was always my problem. I still don't spend enough time in the studio. But when I was younger, I used to write every single day. Like, I just be in school writing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like the way it's set up. Now, like, my housing situation started getting fucked up, just trying to find somewhere else to live and just not being around vibes. I don't have no friends for real, cut off all my friends, so I don't be around people. I'm always just by myself all the time and I'm always in the house, so I be bored, you know what I'm saying? So I don't be writing as much. But back then I used to write so much, but now it's just like I don't be in the studio all the time from not having enough money to even book my own studio time, not having a team behind me for people to pay for the studio for me. So that was really the problem. That was why the mixtape never came out. But I always kept a buzz and I'm like, is it just God? Like, is it God just keeping me where I'm supposed to be at? Then people just used to tell me like, that's a good thing, because when I do drop one, people really gonna hear it. Like, people really gonna pay attention because I still got a buzz. So that's how I just used to and then I used to say slick shit, like, not say slick shit, but I used to use that shit like as a, how can I say it? Like, y'all bitches not fucking with me. I don't even got a tape out. And bitches out here dropping 6 tapes a year, you know what I'm saying? And they still ain't where I'm at. And I say it's all because of God. That's how I always, but when it comes to these bitches, the bitches be trying to come for me and I be like, but what is you doing now? Like, you drop all these tapes and nobody care about you. And I ain't dropped not one mixtape, and I've been rapping since I was 15. I'm 21 now. Never in life dropped a mixtape. And I got so many like mixtape names in my head. Still ain't coming up with one yet, but I got so many like ideas. Like, since I was a youngin', I still got that one mixtape name that I was gonna name my mixtape, but I can't name it that no more because I'm older now, you know what I'm saying?
What name is that gonna be?
It was gonna be called Black Gates.
Black Gates?
Yeah, because you know Mayfair, but the Black Gates, it was gonna be called that, like.
Yeah.
Then it was like 50 other names. I still got all them names right here, but you know, things is changing now. I'm writing music about different stuff now, so now I'm just like, I gotta make it relatable to the music that I'm writing now and not back in the day. I was making hood music back then.
Right. If it's anything you can tell, if it's any advice that you can give to people that look up to you, you know, that you inspire, that want to be just like you, or you know, going the same path that you're
Why
going?
Why you have to say just like you?
You know,
my song just like me, but yeah.
People may want to be just like
yeah,
you. You know. Is there any advice that you'd like to give them?
Just stay focused. What I had to learn was just to stay focused. That was just always my goal, is staying focused. That's the only way you're gonna get somewhere. And you gotta learn how to grow too, and just leave the negative shit alone. You can't entertain the negative shit, because the more you entertain negative shit, the more you worried about somebody else, the less you gonna move. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like I got far. And I look at other bitches I was in the same place with back years ago, and I just be like, y'all worry about me. That's why y'all not getting nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But even not just because people so worried about what other people is doing. You just got to focus on yourself. But I had my times where I be depressed or stressed out because I feel like I'm not doing enough, and then I'm looking at everybody else move past me, you know what I'm saying? Then I be like, either because I feel like I really can rap, and I feel like a lot of people just blow up over dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? And I be feeling like that, but at the end of the day, I be trying to just keep God with me, and I just be trying to stay focused, and I be feeling like a lot of shit just be happening out of luck, and then just never give up. I don't never stop, because it ain't shit else I can do. I can't go back to school, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't get a job. You know what I'm saying? I can, but why would I go and just settle and go back to a regular life when I already got this far? So I don't have no choice but to keep going. And I feel like if you're trying to get somewhere, then you just gotta keep going. That's all you can do.
Okay, I can think it. So before we close out, you know, go ahead and tell the people what they can expect from you. You know, what's coming up. Give us a little sneak peek of, you know, whatever we can expect from you.
So I don't want to say when the mixtape is dropping, because you never know, it might not drop until 2 years from now. It's like, no, but I really am working on the tape. I am gonna say, like, most of the mixtape is done. I just gotta get songs mixed and just get them, you know, just get them finished and fixed. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff, I got a lot of songs that don't have a second verse on it, and I gotta figure out, put the features and stuff together, like who I want to put as the features. I don't got a team right now. It's just me doing it all by myself. So stuff like getting a cover done and trying to figure out the right perfect name, what songs to order, what order the songs gonna go in. I just gotta put it together. But the mixtape is coming soon. Y'all know I vlog on my YouTube channel. I need y'all paying attention to me in my vlogs. My vlogs is just like my way of connecting to my fans even more, because I feel like they know me personally. I just do like every life day vlogs, more stuff on my YouTube, just more of everything, basically.
Okay, y'all, man, y'all heard it all, man. Tune in, continue to watch her vlogs, man. Northeast Baby drop, video just dropped. We gone. Thank you, Shelly.
Love. Hey, love. Love.
Don Gotti did that.
I'm a Northeast baby, bitch, I swam too cold. I got 3 different numbers like an area code. I don't shop with these niggas cause they sellin' they soul. He say he ain't gon' switch up, but I swear he gon' fold. I'm a Northeast baby, bitch, I swam too cold. I got 3 different numbers like an area code. I don't shop with these niggas cause they sellin' they soul. He say he ain't gon' switch.
What's up, y'all? Chelly The MC C. I just did an interview with TwinnyF, shot by Blue Visions, and it's coming soon.